Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down one of the most critical decisions you'll ever make in crypto, how to store your assets safely. And trust me, this is a choice that can make or break your entire portfolio. To really set the stage here, let's start with a number. In 2023 alone, over $2 billion were stolen in crypto hacks and scams. That's not some small rounding error. That's a massive threat that every single person holding crypto needs to take seriously. So that brings us to the big question, right? How you decide to store your crypto isn't just some minor technical detail. It could literally be the difference between securing your wealth for the long term and watching it all disappear in a flash. Okay, so to answer that, we've got to start with the absolute foundation of crypto security. We need to talk about the keys to your digital kingdom. Think of it this way. Your public key, that's like your bank account number. You can share it with anyone so they can send you funds. No problem. But your private key, that's your password, your PIN, your signature, all rolled into one. It authorizes spending your crypto. Protecting that private key is absolutely everything. And the way you protect that all-important private key really comes down to two main kinds of crypto wallets, hot and cold. So first up, let's talk about hot wallets. Now, these are the software-based ones you probably know, like MetaMask or the wallet you use on an exchange like Coinbase. The key thing to remember is they are always connected to the internet. That makes them super convenient for trading, making quick payments, or jumping into DeFi apps. And then, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, you've got cold wallets. These are actual physical devices. You might have heard of Ledger or Trezor. They are not connected to the internet. And because they're totally offline, they are nearly impossible to hack remotely. So if you take away just one thing from this, let it be this. Hot wallets keep your private keys on a device that's always online. Cold wallets keep them locked away in an offline vault. And that one single difference, well, it changes the entire security game. And this leads us right into the fundamental trade-off that every single crypto investor has to face. It's this constant battle between maximum security and everyday convenience. And here's exactly how that trade-off looks. See? Hot wallets give you that instant access, and they're usually free, which is awesome for active users. But you're paying for that convenience with a lower security level. Cold wallets, on the other hand, give you Fort Knox-level security, but they cost a bit of money, and they're definitely slower for your day-to-day transactions. Now, that security difference we're talking about, it's not a small gap. It is a massive chasm. While a hot wallet, if you're careful, is reasonably secure, a cold wallet is just in a totally different league. It's virtually immune to all those online hacks, the malware, and the phishing scams that are constantly targeting hot wallets. And believe me, those risks for hot wallets are very, very real. You've got phishing scams trying to trick you into giving up your keys. They accounted for a huge chunk of all crypto stolen recently. Then there's malware that can log your keystrokes, malicious smart contracts that can drain your funds in an instant, and of course, the big one, massive exchange hacks that can freeze or lose everybody's assets. So, if one is super convenient but risky, and the other is super safe but kind of clunky, what's the solution? Well, the good news is you don't actually have to choose. The smartest way to do this is a hybrid approach that really gives you the best of both worlds. The best approach is what's called the three-wallet strategy. You just allocate your funds based on how you use them. So first, your hot wallet has a tiny amount, maybe 5 to 10%, for daily spending. Think of it as your pocket money. Then, a warm wallet, maybe a secure mobile app you don't use as often, holds about 20 to 30% for trading. And finally, the vast majority, 60% or more, your long-term savings, that gets locked away in a cold wallet, completely offline and totally secure. See, this strategy transforms your security from just a simple choice into a personal fortress with different layers of defense. So let's look at how you actually build the strongest part of that fortress. Setting up a cold wallet really just boils down to these 4 simple steps. But the most critical part, the one you cannot mess up, is step 2, securing your seed phrase. This is usually a list of 12 or 24 random words. You have to think of it as the one master key that can restore your entire wallet anywhere in the world. If you lose it, your crypto is gone forever. Period. I really want you to let this sink in. Your seed phrase is the master key to your entire crypto wealth. It must only exist in the physical world, written on paper, maybe etched into steel, and then secured somewhere safe from fire, water, and anyone else's eyes. A digital copy of your seed phrase is just a ticking time bomb. At the end of the day, this is what it all comes down to. In our digital world, Convenience so often comes at the price of security. For the assets you truly value, you have to treat them like the digital